Hello everybody, it has been a while since I've done a video like this, and that is partly because I went on a trip, and also partly because I'm lazy. No, but really I was actually focusing on finishing a video game I was creating, so look forward to that soon if you're interested in that. When it comes to Minecraft, I have not been playing all that much recently, but we are playing today back on OG SMP. So, the first thing I want to go over is exactly what happened between this episode and the last episode. So, I did go on a bit of an adventure, and I'm going to go over exactly what happened right now. So, the first thing I did was a little bit of farming, and then I saw this sign above my hole, so I went down there and broke the chest. And then I saw a pit with lava at the bottom, so with curiosity, I went down, found a couple of ores, and I blocked the lava, only to find out there was water underneath the entire time. But I ate a watermelon and dropped in anyway, and I saw a sign that said thanks for trusting me. Now I feel bad. Then I saw another sign that says, unless you dig straight down, in which case you're a sucker. So I guess I'm a sucker. It led me to a maze, and I took a second to get out of the maze, but once I did, I found a chest, and still being suspicious, I dug under the chest. I'm sorry, I don't trust anybody. After I was sure it wasn't trapped, I opened it, and there was a lot of good stuff in there, including some casino chips, and some very peculiarly named TNT. There was a bunch of other good stuff in there, like diamonds and some armor and a totem of undying, so I obviously took all of it because it was great. And apparently the funny was made by Code Explorer, whatever that means. I pillared back up, and I saw some more signs that were telling me things I already knew, and so I just broke them. And then I sold my casino chips for $4,000. I later used that money for buying enchantment books, so I don't really have it anymore. But I decided to go to the Nether because I still wanted to fit some blade rods, and after a lot of walking and almost dying many times, I finally came across another fortress. Now, hoping that I could find a spawner that wasn't destroyed by some idiot, I looked around, and of course, with my luck, yeah. Luckily, there was another one right nearby, so I did find a blaze spawner, and I ended up getting a lot of blaze rods. Once I was satisfied with the amount of blaze rods I got, I decided to go back through the portal, and I ended up in some random person's base. I didn't really care too much about that, so I just did /home and went back to my house. And then I spent a good 20 minutes down at my skeleton farm getting skeletons because I wanted some bones. I wanted to bone meal up the ground so that I could do some more farming. I should also mention that with those casino chips, I did buy a lot of things from the shops, and that's where pretty much majority of my money went. I ended up only having a couple $100 left. It's not that bad though, because I did get a lot of enchantments, including looting 3 on my sword, which really helped get a lot of bones. And so I'm really glad that I checked out the shop. It was really helpful. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much everything that happened. I should also tell you that I did end up going to the end, except the end was overrun by, like, the remains of what used to be, and there was a wither and a bunch of other stuff, and I ended up dying. Luckily, I did not lose anything, though. But yeah, so going to the end is not really looking like a great plan right now. So I think the way I'm gonna get an Elytra is just by buying one, which is why I've been setting up lots of farms. So if you'll see, I have a huge sugarcane farm. Down here I have a bunch of kelp. Over there I have a bunch of bamboo. I have a pit full of chickens. And then I have pumpkins and wheat over here. That is because if I grab some of this stuff and we just go /warp shop. So if you haven't played on the server, you're probably like, oh, well, why the hell do you need so much bamboo and kelp? You can sell it here for money. And that's really good because I need money, and I didn't know how to get money until just recently, but I figured out you could do this. So, that's going to be my main source of income for now. I cannot teleport in 40 seconds, but yeah, that is going to be my main source of income for now, and, once I get enough money to be able to do something with it, then hopefully I can, and then we'll eventually get enough to buy an Electra. It looks like people are selling them for around $20,000 or somewhere in there, $20,000 to $25,000. And I have, as you can see, a little over 1,000. So this will take a while, but eventually we'll get there. And once I have an Electra, things will be much, much better. So yeah, we're just going to be getting a lot of stuff, like bamboo, kelp, stuff like that, so that we can sell it. What else there is to do, though? Not much, really, honestly. In reality, like, I can't really do much of any... well, at least nothing I want to do can be accomplished until I have an Electra. See, it'd be one thing if I just, like, was trying to survive like in a normal Minecraft world, but that's boring, right? You don't want to watch that. You've done that a million times. So once I get the resources, I want to do some cool stuff. I want to build a cool base, maybe do some cool stuff with people, interact with people. If I end up getting a rank for this server, I'll be able to use proximity voice chat, which will be really cool. And yeah, we'll just have things like that where I can interact with people and we can do some cool stuff. What I'm gonna do, I don't really know yet, but hopefully it's something interesting that you guys like. That way I can, like, not look like an idiot trying to play Minecraft. I need to use the funny to distract you from my terrible Minecraft skills. That is what this is. Oh hey, look at this, a nice little sign. I like your base, heart, have fun, ZZCN. Thank you, whoever you are. I like my base too, except it's not permanent. We will be moving extremely soon, hopefully. Okay, well I think that was pretty successful. We sold quite a bit of stuff. $1,846. Still slow progress, but progress is being made. Wheat definitely gives you a lot of money, though. So I want to expand this wheat farm to be as big as possible. So that's what my main goal is going to be. It's going to be getting wheat. Okay, so it is the next day, and I've made a lot of progress. I have expanded this farm to be quite large. It's not massive by any means, but it's definitely the biggest one I've had since I joined this server. Wheat gives you a lot of money, and to prove that, most of that money made right there, which is, I think since the last time you guys saw, well over $1,000. That was made with wheat. So that is definitely something that we're gonna keep in mind. But there is one thing that gives you a little bit more, well, there's many things that give you more money, but one easy thing, or semi-easy thing, that could maybe make me a bigger profit is gunpowder. Now, the thing about gunpowder is that the spawn rates on this Minecraft server are kind of terrible. So, making an efficient gunpowder farm would definitely not be an easy task. However, I do plan on moving soon to start a new base. And if I make a gunpowder farm first, then I can passively make some gunpowder while working on my base, as long as it's close by and within the chunk ranges. So if I do that, then I could be making even a little bit of gunpowder would get me enough money to be able to purchase an Electra. And if I can purchase an Electra, then everything changes. Because if I can get an Electra and then using the gunpowder farm I get some sort of semi-steady source of gunpowder to get firework rockets, now I can travel really quickly and be able to do things a lot easier, like, you know, flying around to other people's bases, to other people, and just basically going to get resources in general. Now, I can move. That's the thing, is it would be really easy for me to move now, because in the chest that I found down here, someone left me some shulker shells, which I can use to make shulker boxes, and even though it's not a lot, I don't really have that much stuff to begin with. I have these two chests right here, I have 2 shulker boxes with stuff in them, and I have another chest that is out of the vicinity. So, really, it wouldn't be all that hard to just put some stuff in an ender chest, which I do have now, and move. The problem is that moving takes a long time without an Electra, because going on foot is just terrible. But I do have sort of a somewhat solution for that. Well, kind of. I have to ask someone probably in the Discord server, but I'm assuming that it would work. I am thinking that I could just take a couple ender pearls and I can teleport to the top of the nether roof, and then I can just, you know, be on my way. You know, I'll just bring some obsidian to build another portal, and I'll just travel in a straight line for a long time, like 2 hours maybe, and I'll be able to get really far really fast like that. Because if I travel, you know, you travel 1 block in another, that's 8 blocks in the overworld. So if I travel like 1,000 blocks in another, that's 8,000 blocks. If I travel 10,000 blocks in another, I will be traveling 80,000 blocks. And I need to travel very far away because the base I plan to build will not be underground. See, I don't want to... Everybody builds their bases underground because it's really it's a lot harder to find when it's underground, which makes sense. Like, you want to build an underground base. And I might do some things underground because it does seem practical. However, it's kind of boring at the same time. Like, if I build a really cool base above ground, sure, the chances of it getting griefed are a lot higher, but that's part of the server, you know? It's, you build something and there's always a chance of it being destroyed. So that's what I'm going to do. Obviously, I'm going to take some defensive measures so that hopefully it will not be easy to be griefed. And also, I will be far away, so the odds of it being found are a lot lower. I'm also going to be careful about which biomes I'm in. I do have my eyes on which type of biome I want to build my next base in, and it is going to be a jungle. But the thing about this jungle is that it's also right next to the ice biome, so it makes it a lot easier to locate. If I have a biome where it's just surrounded by plains or savanna, then it would be a lot harder for it to locate, because even though jungle is a little bit more rare than those biomes, there's so many jungles in a world, right? So it'll still be pretty difficult to find. So anyway, that is my goal, and that is going to be the goal for the next episode. Next episode, I plan to move, and that is going to be probably a little bit more exciting because I'm not just going to obviously make the whole video about my trip. In fact, I'm probably going to cut the whole trip out because I don't want there to be any chance of anyone finding my new base. Now I understand this episode is kind of boring. It's not really that exciting, and it's definitely not something you're probably all excited about for having to wait 2 weeks for. But I promise the next episode will get a lot more done, and then hopefully not too far in the future we can start doing some pretty cool stuff. At least that's what I hope. I've made some pretty quick progress, honestly. I mean, in reality, I have lots of, I mean, I didn't get all these diamonds. I was given some diamonds, but I have some money, not that much, but I have some money, and it's enough that I was able to get, like, enchantment books and stuff. I have diamonds, I have a lot of resources, so really, I'm not too terrible at where I'm at for how long I've played. I really have not played that much. I really haven't cut all that much out of the videos. Now, I have cut out, obviously, hours of footage, but, I mean, you can see, like, the montage I did. I told you that I was traveling for a long time. I was traveling for probably, that entire segment was probably about 2 hours of gameplay, which really isn't that long for Minecraft, at least. As long as you're not a speedrunner, that is. So, yeah, that is gonna be it, I think, for this video. Not super long, not super exciting. The next one will be a lot better, I promise. I'm going to be doing some of this stuff, this farm stuff, off camera in between episodes, so you won't have to see a lot anymore. I'm going to be preparing for my journey, and hopefully we can get a gunpowder farm, a place established, and maybe even an Electra in the next episode. So, that's all. I'll see you guys later. Bye.